really. We've reached this point now where people can put out images. You guys see the thumbnail, so you know what I'm talking about. People can edit images, edit dialogue into a panel of a comic. Show it out there. Okay, let me start from the beginning. We have gotten from people showing images out of context to push an agenda. Stuff like, oh, here's an image of John giving Jay a ring. He's proposing to him. Yet DC never marketed on this. And if you actually read the comic, you would know, oh, it's the Legion flight ring he was giving him. And Jay said, shouldn't you be on your knees? Making that age-old joke of, oh, are you proposing to me joke? Which has been done for years. Nope, we gotta show this panel. Or, hey, Supergirl and Wonder Woman are kissing. They're making them gay for each other. When it's like, no, that if you actually look at it, that's from Dark Knights of Steel, which is an Elseworlds, people. But no, now we've reached a point where they have to actually change the dialogue, and people are saying, oh my God, this is crap. And now that when people point out it's a real thing, you're now having people say, oh, well, it seemed believable. Really? Just, hold on one sec. Let me get it up. Let me get it up again so I can look at it. Oh. And so I'm bi. How about you? I guess I've only ever dated women, but I mean, look at me. Seriously, look at me. I'm gorgeous. I'm an absolute snack. So I've got to be at least a little queer. You really think Nightwing they would say that? You really think? Okay. Idiots. Idiots. Just because there's been, yes, I know there's been a few bad books. Fire and Ice. Most of what Tini Howard has written, although that was more chalked up to bad writing. Tim Sheridan's Alan Scott. Yes, I get it. Bad books exist. But if you notice, a good number of these books, like Megan Fitzmartin, she's been relegated now to backup stories. And Tim Sheridan's just this, but even when he did Titans Academy, it got canceled. And most of the plans they had for that ended up getting reshuffled. Seriously, it was meant to have a bigger impact on Dark Crisis, but when the book got canceled, they dropped it like a heavy rock. And so it shows that they will drop stuff. Not that though, even despite what Fitzmartin has done with Tim, he has pretty much been written traditionally how he is. She didn't set the standard at all. Yes, he's still bi, but you don't see Bernard anywhere as far as outside of the occasional books. And it seems like so many people just, when they look at minor stories, or minor titles, backup stories, anthology stories, and think, oh my God, this represents everything. Newsflash for you, those anthology books are questionable canon. You know how I can prove this? Because in one of the Pride stories, they brought Dorothy back from Doom Patrol. Yet if you read Unstoppable Doom Patrol, it's confirmed she's still dead. So please tell me, how does that make sense? Oh, all these books are canon. They have to be canon. So why isn't she still alive then? Why is she so confirmed dead? Back to the matter is, the editorial is a lot looser when it comes to the backups and to some of these minor stories. Unfortunately, that's, yes, how Tim becoming bi came about. They took advantage of that. All right, yes, that's true. But most of the time, you're not going to have Nightwing saying shit like, look at me, I'm an absolute snack, I'm gorgeous. Like, really? Really? Just a sec. Sorry about it, but seriously, by motherfucking God, yes, they can get away with it. And yes, there's cringe writing, but it doesn't mean the floodgates have been opened. All books are going to be this fucking bad. You cannot fucking tell me that all the books now, because of a handful of bad minor books, that means, oh my God, Nightwing is now going to say, look at me, I'm gorgeous, I'm a snack. Seriously? My fucking God. And Marvel may be more likely. Marvel more likely, but DC, majority of the books have been good. A good 75% of the books are good. Just because, yes, there's a good chance someone could slip through. Yes, but you realize you're not going to see this in many of the main titles or the main stories of the main titles. You're more likely to see them in the backups, minor stories, or anthologies, which are questionable at best. Or yes, a little bit more looser. But even then, they're not going to have that big of an impact outside of that story. But no, you guys are, and so many of you guys take this as, oh my God, they're going to radically change the character. This is how they're going to be written from now on, people. You really fucking think that? You guys are just too far gone. And seriously, you know what the issue is? So many of you out there who actually believe this, who actually think that this is 100% believable. I actually thought this was real for a second. You know what your problem is? You don't even read the books anymore because you are so convinced by so many of these other reviewers out there that everything out there is shit. So just buy our books instead. You guys don't even bother reading, so you are just so quick to believe it. And you have all these YouTubers. You have Rippa, you have EVS, you have Yellow Flash, you even have Wes, Thinking Critical, pushing this. Now, Thinking Critical is a little bit better. At least he shows up some books on occasion, but he mostly focuses on the bad stuff and us giving everyone the impression most of the books out there are bad. Don't bother looking it up. Listen to us. Believe what we have to say. God almighty, why do you think I keep on doing good stuff with this channel? Yes, I might do the occasional bad book. Like I got upcoming Batman Fortress, because that's one of the most blatantly, obviously bad, agenda-driven comics out there. But there's been way more majority good books out there. But you keep on telling these people, they're like, nope, it's all shit. Why? Because this YouTuber didn't tell them. They don't bother telling you good books anymore. Seriously, guys. Here's a fact. Marvel's getting better. DC had never and has been bad, but it hasn't reached that all new, all different Marvel level. Again, yes, there's bad. There will be more bad that slips in, yes. But consistently, DC has been good. There might be the occasional cringe. Doesn't mean the whole well is tainted. Doesn't mean the whole batch is completely ruined. But again, so many people out there just want to listen and believe because they are just so convinced there's no going back. Everything is just ruined forever. And the fact of it is, it's not. I've actually talked to people who have been reading the current books. You know what most of them say? Oh, it's good. What's with all the hatred? I know a couple of people out there who are pretty much distanced from CG because they're so tired of this everything's crap when they know damn well it's not all crap. Again, is there crap? Yes. But that doesn't mean it's all fucking garbage. It doesn't mean it's doom and gloom and everything. So seriously, for those of you who truly believe this stupid shitpost that Chuck Dixon, of which now I'm starting to believe, and people's statements that the only reason why he was this good was because the editorial reined him in, if he's really this stupid to put out shit like this, if they actually thought, oh, this dialogue's completely unbelievable given all this other writing. No! Just because it was in Fire and Ice does not mean Tom Taylor is going to have him say, I'm a gorgeous, I'm a snack, yeah, I guess I'm queer, just so casually in it. Again, context. Look for motherfucking context, people. You want to, many of you idiots out there want to avoid context because it will take away your outrage. That's your problem here, people. So many of you who want to just believe this so easily, it's because you are so easily swayed because you don't want entertainment. You don't want to be outraged. This is why I've been saying to some people about this whole thing. Those who believe this, it's their confirmation bias blindness. They want to believe this was true, or this possibly could have been true, because it would then confirm to them what they saw, and that DC is too far gone. So buy these other books. The fact is, there's some Rippa people who are still believing, saying, oh, yep, see, Rippa is gold. Rippa is the gold standard. Because look what Marvel DC's doing now. They're putting this shit in the book. When I look at that writing, that looks like something right out of Rippa stuff. That looks identical to what Rippa would have put in Isom. And seriously, I've only dated Whippin', but I mean, look at me. I'm sorry. This is identical to what I saw out of Isom. My God almighty, people. Seriously, I'm sorry. I just had to get this out of my system. And you know what? Since we're all here, might as well get one other thing on my system that's an addendum to my rant about Comicsgate before. You guys want to know another reason why I distanced from Comicsgate? It was after Darwin Cook died of DC New Frontier. And you want to know how that was handled? it was handled shittily. For one, you had this one guy who was in CG who ended up harassing Darwin Cook's widow by telling her that she pretty much pushed him to die or things like that. And did CG call him out? No, they just let him, they didn't even throw him in a butt. They just they cut ties with him, but they didn't call him out. They didn't say anything bad about him. They just distanced themselves silently. That was it. Everyone kept saying, look at this guy. And unfortunately, that was the first damage. And that was not far after EBS took over. Then you had Ethan even being one of those people. I could be wrong on this one, but I've seen to recall Ethan being one of those people who were saying about when Darwin Cook's widow saying he would not be affiliated with any of these people. I believe EVS was one of those who was saying, oh, Darwin talked bad about his wife behind her back, so she doesn't know where he really stands. What the fuck? The man just died and he can't defend himself, so you're putting shit like that? And then you also have people show the video of someone asking him, what do you think about them making Batwoman queer? And he went on a bit of a rant. But notice they did not give the context. They were making them think that they were making Kate and Cassie Kane a lesbian when she wasn't. She was Kate Kane, completely separate character, but no. And he clearly didn't know that. So of course he was going to react the way he did, but they took it as like, see, he hates it. It's like, he hates it, yes, if you did it to an established character. But at that point, that example of Batwoman was not a replacement character. It was a completely separate character. Kate Kane, Batwoman. And they made it eventually, and Grant Morrison made it very clear, Kate and Cassie, two different characters. But again, why give context? That's the big problem. Most people don't want the context because it defeats their narrative. That goes for both sides. I'm sorry, I didn't need to get it down my system, guys. So, seriously, look up, if you see anyone show these type of images and it seems too good to be true, look it up. Chances are it's bullshit, all right? Or look up the context behind it. If it's someone just showing one panel, chances are there's something else on the other sides of that panel that'll give a better context beyond what they're showing. Look it up. Don't just listen and believe, because how would that make you any different from the SJWs you supposedly hate? That's all I have to say on this one, guys. Catch you all later.